Next content talk about Buddha pray first 来做祈请啊，大道本了土堆，大道造来的居要功。其他们不借海空神佛上师本尊空显护法善士们。其他们不借海空神佛上师本尊空显护法善士们，其他们不借海空神佛上师本尊空显护法善士们，但因其无上甚深微妙法，百千万劫难遭遇。我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。功课切内心愿，牢记众生，牢记众生，牢记众生，牢记众生，牢记众生，牢记众生，牢记众生，牢记众生，牢记众生，牢记众生。English prayer, Guru, hold me under every session being hard. To hold it until for light. Give me wisdom, strength, I'm the best. Remember session being, 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 remember session being. Oh, first reading him first. 好，挖着转人狗，这个 must be remember， 这必须要啊，这是修行的正确方向 ，right direction 啊，转人狗 3 points important 3 points， 这修行的重要的3点方向啊，一定要把握好。Connect Guru and Buddha conversion is a root, the any liberation root 啊，就 conversion Guru and Buddha the first point， 这是第一点啊，这一定是最重要一点，就是一指处啊，你的上师佛法，这个呢destroy in your poison 啊 ，through Guru give you the commandments, the holy Dharma destroy in your poison 啊，灭除虚假的自我，灭除心毒啊。Destroy full self dimension persistence, full self dimension, and rise into compassion bodhisattva 啊，这就进入菩提心啊，菩提心。Jungle push 3 point each other push 啊，它是互相推动性的啊。More confidence, more compassion, more compassion 啊。Guru in living sensation being hard, more compassion.More confidence to Guru and Buddha, more confidence to Guru and Buddha, more sincerity, more strict commandments, strict commandments, and the more commandments, more destroy in your poison. Full self destroy, more destroy. Great love, more increase. 啊，这是互相推动的，是吧？咱们说了，慈悲菩提心越升起啊，因为上师在众生心里啊，那你就是越能够恭敬你的上师，越能够。More respect, more confidence， 是吧？越能够恭敬和信心你的上师，越上师越恭敬信心，仪轨戒律越严明。因为上师话你听啊，是吧？仪轨戒律要求珍惜啊 ，cherish it, more cherish it 啊 ，yes, destroy poison 啊，就是心毒 destroy 心毒的无明的摧破啊，佛光照亮了，黑暗就会被摧破嘛，是吧 ？More light 啊，对 ，destroy darkness。啊，这是打破黑暗，心地无明啊！那上这心地无明一摧破了，你就慈悲菩提更加升起来啊！这就是推动啊 ，push jungle 啊 ，3 point， 它产生推动性啊 ，right direction push and opposite the wrong direction push 啊，错误的方向也会产生推动性啊！你是越不恭敬上师的人啊，越会自我的我执爆发，越自私的人。他越失去菩提心，越没有菩提心的人，他是越违背上师和佛陀。
The wrong direction will also produce a push. The less respectful you are to the Guru, the more selfish you are, the more he loses his bodhisattva, and the more he disobeys the Guru and the Buddha.
Yes, wrong direction push and right direction push. 好了啊，正反方向的互相推动作用，一定要把这个搞清楚了啊，这是。fundamental right direction， 这是我们的根本正方向啊，一定要搞清楚，我们都是以这为出发的啊。谈论其他的佛法内容都是以这个金刚铁三角的方向为出发点。
Talking about other Dharma contents is based on the direction of the diamond iron triangle.
Triangle triangle 啊，这是这个 diamond 啊 diamond 这是 Vajra 啊 diamond triangle yes 啊，这个 Vajra diamond triangle 这是金刚铁三角啊，咱们修行的其他内容都是在这方向上啊。For example, dirty practice and pure practice 啊 what's basis practice what's basis 啊 why to 为什么我们修行啊一种不清净的污浊的一种冥想？为什么我们在后面的修行上会有清净的冥想、清净观和不净观
Why do we practice a kind of meditation that is not pure and dirty? Why do we have pure meditation in the later practice?
Why practice before 啊，这是 beginning practice the dirty meditation? Why after the practice the pure meditation? 为什么啊？这个以什么样的基础来修行，达到什么目的，这都得清楚。
What kind of foundation to practice? It has to be clear what purpose to achieve.
要 clear purpose 啊，好了啊 ，know enough the competence for Guru and Buddha. The full self, poison so strong and without compassion, bullshit 因为对于上师佛陀的信心不具备，自我执着的心毒太过于爆发，太强烈对于慈悲菩提这个心没有达到所以最开始都把自己放在一个凡夫的位置，因为自己的我执而看一切都是黑暗的，包括自己的身体都是污浊的叫做不清净的污浊的冥想。
Because they did not have confidence in the Guru Buddha, their self-clinging heart poison erupted too strongly, and they did not reach the heart of compassion and body. So at the very beginning, they all put themselves in a complicated position. Because of their ego, they looked at everything in darkness, including their own bodies, which were all dirty. They were called unclean, dirty stars.
The dirty meditation, dirty body, dirty body 就是想你的身体都是污浊的，是吧？不清净的叫什么就 like garbage body garbage body 就是一个垃圾堆的身体就 temper the living place 这是临时的一个寄居所，一个污浊的汇聚
A temporary sojourn, a foul gathering.
这是这 dirty discrimination 这是一种污浊汇聚 because the force of heart projection 这 force of persistence projection 这一切都是一个我执的心而投影显现的practice put down practice 叫什么都是看破放下的修行就像一个孩子拿着打火机，他别说打火机，他拿什么都错，都会伤害自己和别人，所以呢让他放下。
It's like a child holding a lighter. He won't hurt himself and others if he makes a mistake with the lighter. So let him put it down.
Put down. Why put down? Is hurt each other, yourself and another. 是吧？因为你不具备来使用它的能力所以包括你的任何的思维和想法都认为是错误的。
Because you don't have the ability to use it. So any of your thoughts and ideas are considered wrong.
因为从一个虚假自我角度出发，一切都是罪业。
Because from that point of view of a false self, everything is sin.
Everything is sin. Even you practice the holy dharma, you can drop off the false self is sin. Is 即便是你修行神圣的佛法，在你虚假的自我的维度，你没有跳出去的时候，都是罪业的，只不过在减缓制造罪业。
Even if you practice the sacred dharma in the dimension of your false self, you are the hardest when you don't jump out, just slowing down the manufacturing operation.
The slow down creates sin, slow down creates sin, but is sin, is false self dimension. All of is wrong. 这全部都是全部都是罪。就释迦牟尼佛说了，南阎浮提众生起心动念，无不是罪，无不是过。为什么？就是因为他的我执维度，就什么都是错的，一切都是黑暗观、不净观。所以这个时候，当你对这个虚假自我特别强烈的信心、执着它的真实的时候，就是来迁就你，那你就把自己当成凡夫，但是一定要把自己放到最低点的修行。
Then when you have a particularly strong confidence in this false self and stick to his truth, you are accommodating yourself. Then you regard yourself as an ordinary man, but you must put yourself at the lowest point of practice.
Lowest position 啊，所以大家在这里神圣的寺院，上师神圣的坛城这里修行，每个人就是把这个放在这个位置上来做一个弟子，因为你们要时刻的能够全盘接受神圣的佛法，像个永远吸不满水的海绵一样，永远的吸取。所以在这里修行啊，都是永恒的把自己放最低点的修行。
So everyone practices here in the sacred temple, in the sacred mandala of the Guru. Everyone puts this in this position to be a disciple, because you have to be able to accept the sacred Dharma in its entirety at all times, and absorb it forever like a sponge full of water from the west to the west forever. Therefore, practicing here is a journal, and putting yourself at the lowest point of practice.
不管你是否跳出了这个虚假自我的维度，在上师的这个神圣的坛城，都是把自己放在最低点的修行啊，因为这就是做一个弟子一个修行的一个基础。
Whether you jump out of this false self-dimension or not, in the holy mandala of the Guru, it is the practice of putting yourself at the lowest point. Because this is, being a disciple, a foundation of practice.
能够最关键的啊，这个位置把握好了，还有一点要把握的就是如何处理自己的家庭、世俗对外在的这个人的关系，处理事情的方法。
Oh, this position has been grasped. There is still one thing to grasp, that is, how to deal with your own family, secular, external, this person's relationship, and the way to deal with things.
Yes, the relationship and the way to deal with things. Things deal with 这是这个处理人事物的一些为人处事的方法啊。所以对于大家呢，不是出家的人，并没有跟世俗完全脱离啊。我给大家引领的最适合你们的佛法的方法啊，就是时刻要祷告上师佛陀，把它当成你的一个跟世俗进行过滤的装置，时刻的祷告，然后去来按照佛法的要求。以轨戒律的范围去来面对，做好最基本的自我保护、有序的竞争和不可以对任何众生有憎恨的想法。
So for everyone, those who are not monks, they are not completely divorced from the secular world. The method of Buddhism that is most suitable for you, which I will guide you to, is to pray at all times. In fact, it is a Buddha. Think of it as a device that filters you from the secular world. Pray at all times, and then get up and face it within the scope of the rules and regulations according to the requirements of Buddhism. Do the most basic things, protect yourself, compete in an orderly way, and don't hate any sentient beings.
能不被世俗所污染，其实就算你们的胜利。不断的增加跟上师这个信心的资源，上师佛陀在你内心的位置不断提高，只有达到第一位的时候。才可能真正让世俗进行转变，变成佛法啊！但是对一般人都很难达到。
Can you not be contaminated by the secular world? In fact, even if you are victorious, you are constantly increasing the resources of faith to keep up with the Guru. The position of the Guru Buddha in your heart is constantly improving. Only when you reach the first place can you really change the secular world into the Dharma. But it is very difficult for ordinary people to achieve.
Achieve your heart best top, first position， 一定是你的最高位第一位的最高点，这才是佛。What's mean the Buddha? What's mean the Guru? Your heart best top is the true meaning。这是真正的意义，真正的意义它是在第一位的啊。尤其是最大的魔鬼就是你自己，就是你自己的想法。而附着在一切周围外在的事物所以说包括人都包括，所以最根本的魔鬼就是自己能不能把上师佛法放在你的思维想法之上
In particular, the biggest devil is yourself, that is, your own thoughts, and the things that are attached to all the external things around you, so people are included. So the most fundamental devil is yourself. Can you put the Guru Dharma above your thoughts and thoughts?
这 about your thoughts， 这是放在你自己的思维之上啊。所以最开始修行都这些，但是你们不要担心，我不会要求你们太多，我只是要求你们底线的佛法的修行，最底线的保障啊。如果你想提高上师的要求，那你达到你的祷告供养，你的真心的这呼唤渴望真正的祈祷。
But don't worry, I won't ask you too much. I just ask you for the bottom line of Dharma practice, the bottom line of protection. If you want to raise the requirements for listing, then you have to reach your prayer.
So raise your prayer, sincere prayer, and the more offering and 这个 more practice 这是更好的去来修行佛法，好的珍惜来去渴望上师跟我要求，你发自内心的渴望欢喜，我看到你的真正想修，是吧？分着恭敬心想修，就这样这是上师的一种回馈如果你只是走形式的话，内心的排斥的话，佛法反而就会消失。我只能尊重大自然的规则，所以当你了解这规则的时候，你要跟随着规则你要想得到神圣的佛法，就要祷告和珍惜。
In fact, it is a kind of feedback. If you just follow the form, if you reject it from your heart, the Dharma will disappear instead. I can only respect the rules of nature. So when you understand this rule, you have to follow the rule. If you want to get the sacred Dharma, you have to pray and cherish it.
Pray and cherish yourself in your heart, Guru Buddha 就是真心的祷告什么？你内在的佛陀上师，是吧？上师就在你心里。Where is Guru Buddha? In your heart. Sincerely pray your heart. Don't lie, don't cheat， 是吧？不要做假的，不要做虚假的欺骗，走这种形式没有任何的意义，是吧？都在心地法门，发自内心的真心的祷告佛法，上师三宝加持我，对吧？好好珍惜，是吧？最起码欢喜，我看你学佛欢喜劲儿上来，对吧？学佛高兴不高兴是吧？喜欢学就好的珍惜，从发自内心的渴望和希求因为我就这么修过来的，我都是在这种愉悦当中、幸福当中走过来的就是我叫做所以我也是真心的祷告，因为我高兴做件事这是我就说我自己像一个佛光沐浴下的宠儿时刻的感恩上师的这个给予的解脱的资源这是让我回归了自性家园。
Therefore, I also sincerely pray, because I am glad that my homework is, and I say that I am
practice.
like a pet bathed in the light of the Buddha, always grateful to the Master. This opportunity, the resource of liberation, and this is the confident home that allows me to return.
Yes, give me opportunity to turn back my natural self, natural home. 这是给我一个机会，让我回归了自性的家园，感恩还来不及，让我就这种感恩的心永远在祷告和祈请，这都我一直在修的，每天都是这么修的。时刻刻的欢喜心的祈请这是一个永恒的修法，你不是说代表成就了不修了佛无止境，成就只是一个维度的升华它是另外一个维度的修法，它已经慢慢跳入到万物苍生合一的一个高度上。所以说呢，好好的珍惜多做祈请和欢喜。所以内心就最关键的还是自己的内心的真心的祈请这个我再强调一下就是在这里修行在这里修行就把自己放在最低点因为在佛学院的修行我再强调一下我给大家讲述一下，其实在佛学院的修行是非常有系统性的。
Let me tell you about it. In fact, the practice in the Buddhist Institute is very systematic.
Very system， 非常有系统性的，也可以说非常有这个 how to translate 我在想这翻译机怎么说这个它的每一个范围都是分布的，把你放在最低点就是最低点的修行放在最高点就是最高点的修行它的课程完全是分开的。
Each of his ranges is distributed. The lowest point you are placed is the rest of the lowest point,
Practice.
and the highest point of the square is the practice of the highest point. His courses are completely separate.
Separate， 这 completely separate， 完全分开的其实呢，这种修行不太适合于在家学佛人因为会完全丧失竞争力。
In fact, this kind of practice is not very suitable for those who study Buddhism at home, because they will completely lose their competitiveness.
你丧失竞争力因为永远不看别人的漏洞、错误这个如果跟别人发生争执、分歧的时候 自己就会退开，把胜利让给别人。
Because we never look at other people's loopholes and mistakes. If we have a dispute with others, we will retreat when we have differences and give victory to others.
Give victory to another, fail myself success give another 是吧？一定是胜利奉献给别人，成功是奉献给别人，失败我取受，是吧？永远都是失败我取受。它有一个修行的目的就是让自己内心永远是管好自己不能有任何的憎恨的内心，对众生不能失去慈悲心。
He has a purpose of spiritual practice, that is, to let his heart always manage himself well, not to have any politician's heart, and not to lose compassion for all living beings.
Never hate another, hate hard. Never never create a hate hard, and never lose compassion anyone, any sentient being， 是吧？就是不能失去对任何众生的慈悲心，不能有任何憎生众生的恨所以一旦看别人的矛盾的时候，一旦是看到别人的缺点和毛病，就往往就是舍弃、分离、割舍这个众生，在你内心失去了慈悲心。
But when you see the shortcomings and faults of others, you often give up. You are separated.
Separate 就是 lost compassion. You can 这个 control yourself, out of control your heart， 是吧？你失控性的see another mistake, lost compassion very natural loss you can control， 是吧？有时候控制不住，是吧？非常自然的又失去慈悲心了。你看到别人矛盾，就是看别人毛病缺点就嫌弃就嫌弃别人，舍弃了别人，而并不是真正以慈悲心、以这种善心、爱心来去看待的。
It is not true compassion to abandon others, but to treat them with this kind of kindness and love.
世俗的凡夫就是恨人有，笑人无。
Worldly mortals hate people and laugh at people.
Hate another half, smell another empty, smell another poor, the hate another rich， 这样恨人有，笑人无，恨人嫉妒 jealousy another， 这是这个wise smart这个 hate another rich， 这是在恨别人的富有，恨别人的智慧和才华。是吧？恨人有，笑人无，笑别人的贫穷，笑别人的这个无知来去失去慈悲心因为人太自私了，站在私欲的角度心毒的失控。
People are too selfish, standing in the perspective of selfish desire.
Out of control poison 所以在这里修行是我们的绝对的基础，跟随上师的恭敬和虔诚，严格的戒律，每天不间断的来去修行佛法。来去控制、消灭自己的心毒，来升起慈悲大爱的精神。
Therefore, spiritual practices are our absolute foundation here. Following the reverence and piety of the Guru and strict discipline, practicing the Dharma every day without interruption, controlling it, eliminating the poison in our hearts, and giving birth to the spirit of compassion and love.
Eliminate inner the poison control inner poison 来灭除其实心毒来说呢，咱们说灭除五毒烦恼嘛，其实这个毒我知是永远永恒存在的，永远永恒存在的你永远灭不了、灭不尽的它永远等着你。所以说要本命不息，战斗不止。我们虽然说是消灭心里的心毒魔鬼但是它永远不会真正消灭的，叫做灵性的生命不停止，战斗永远不停止。
Although we say it is to eliminate the heart of the heart poison devil, but it will never really eliminate. Called spiritual life does not stop. The fight will never stop.
The spiritual life never not stop. The fight never stop. 这是永远不停止cannot be complete eliminate 就 destroy， 这是没办法真正消除的，它永远是战斗的never stop fight remember never stop 一旦你产生了休息的想法，你就是被魔鬼控制的一个开始。
Once you have the idea of rest, you are the beginning of being controlled by the devil.
你一旦产生了懈怠 you lazy you rest这 devil control you by devil beginning， 这就是被心毒被魔鬼所控制了 所以说在这一修行的持之以恒对你们来说，对大家来说，每天的佛法修行还没有修行出来那种真正发自内心的那种释放，那种明点的爆发那种真正的佛法的欢喜心还没都修出来呢都耐着性子在磨练打磨就像是这个慢慢开发一个真正无价的宝藏。
For everyone, the kind of daily Dharma practice that has not yet come out of the practice, the kind of release that really comes from the heart, that burst of famous scriptures, that, the real Dharma joy that has not yet come out. They all patiently polish the chain. It's like, this slowly developing a truly priceless treasure.
This practice of this inner happy, the Dharma happy, and this the light points and the blow up 这是一个明点的爆发，明点的 release the light points 还没有真正开启no open yet to cherish it and patient practice 还没有真正开启呢，是吧？你得耐心的自己的好真心修行来去开启这个自性的宝藏。所以说，在这修行为根本对待世俗按上师的要求和基础的佛法的戒律要求
Treat the secular as listed in the requirements, and the foundation of the Dharma precepts required.
Command required， 这是跟随上师的佛法的要求面对世俗就好了做好最基本自我保护和有序的竞争在这一修行的每天的佛弟子来引领你们在世俗当中也能够做一个强者和智者，财富、权力都给你们来引领，能够去来把控，不仅不会变成你们心毒的工具。而且还会变成你们修行解脱的信心的一种资源也能够让你们为将来菩提心利益众生来做一个前提准备。
The daily disciples of the Buddha who practice here will guide you to be a strong and wise man in the secular world. Wealth and power will be given to you to guide and control. Not only will it not become a tool of your heart, but it will also become a resource for your faith in spiritual practice and liberation. It will also enable you to make a prerequisite preparation for the benefit of sentient beings with bodhisattva in the future.
世俗当中的眷属和周围的人，如果是有恭敬心的，可以进行佛法的引领，但是自己没有办法能够对他们进行真正的利益，只能叫做引领
Secular dependents and the people around them, if they have a respectful heart, can guide the Dharma, but they have no way to guide them. The real benefit can only be called guidance.
You can directly benefit. You can guide, leading to point the right direction, to point the practice direction. But you can't benefit because you can be the true teacher to wise men to be a Buddha and a Guru to guide them. You can benefit. You can guide them. 你可以只是做一种引领来去这个给他们引领一些方向。最好的引领其实就是你们自己修行出来的智慧有时候这种引领不需要太多的语言。当人家看到你那种智慧和力量的时候，谁不向往跟随呢？
You can just be a kind of guide. Come and go. Guide them in some direction. The best guide is actually your own wisdom from spiritual practice. Sometimes this kind of guide doesn't need too many words. When people see your kind of wisdom and strength, who doesn't yearn to follow?
谁不愿意跟随呢？谁都喜欢跟随智者。一看你人心量狭隘，嫉妒心又强，嗔心又大，烦恼爆发，自己都失控，看你都害怕，是吧？所以说呢，自己把自己修好，你的行为就是最好的一种佛法的表现。
I see that you are narrow-minded, jealous and strong, satisfied and upset, and you are out of control, and I am afraid to see you, right? So, you fix yourself. Your behavior is the best performance of Buddhism.
Yeah, it's practice self. Practice self. Behavior is the best show. The best show. 这是我们的行为就是最好的表法我们去做到，心体力行的去做好，是吧？就是一个最好的表法。看见智慧力量给你霸气往那一摆，谁都是欢喜但你们还没办法做一个导师，是吧？做一个表法来引领这个，但是呢，将来能做导师，将来去做好首先一个这是对外在但是呢，并不是你们能去做导师首先能够利益众生 咱们主要在于佛法的每天的修行的具体内容上啊，在修行的佛法仪式，我们的禅坐、念咒语、拜佛啊。
This is external, but it is not that you can be teachers. First of all, to benefit sentient beings, we mainly focus on
Mainly the everyday practice samsara and the worship and the meditation close likes and every chanting the mantra is the monthly the benefit sentient being 这是我们最重要的主要的利益众生，就在佛法的每天的仪式，磕头打坐持咒，这是我们最重要的每天修法利益众生，在这个最核心啊，这是最核心啊。平常来说，我们只是一种熏染啊。平常对大家面对世俗啊，能不被世俗所污染，就是你的胜利了啊。其他来说，只是用佛法进行一种自我的训练。
Usually, when you face the secular world, it is your victory not to be polluted by the secular world. For others, it is just a kind of self-training with the Dharma.
你得达到上师佛法真正在你心里面变成第一位的时候，能够引领一切世俗的时候。
You have to reach the Guru, O Buddha, when you really become the first in your heart, when you can lead all worldly things.
这个第一位可不仅仅是对你自心的罪业能够战胜，而是因为你要面对世俗外在的世俗的罪业力量，都可以给它降服。
The number one is not only confident that you can overcome the sin, but because you have to face the secular external secular attention force, can give him surrender.
Surrender 这是 overcome the another people thing 这就是达到一种力量的胜服，能够去来利益众生，是吧？你自己都是到哪里蚂蚁拉大象，要想渡人，反被人渡You want to save another save by another save by another 是吧？你要想救别人，结果被别人所救这并不代表是别人救你，而是把你污染了让你失去了信仰，自己都崩溃了，信仰崩溃。
If you want to save others, you will be saved by others, which does not mean that others save you, but pollute you.
Pollute you, your confidence, your faith clap. 你信仰都崩溃了，是吧 ？Because weak faith, you're too weak, and 这个not enough resource 这 confidence so weak， 这个就像蚂蚁拉大象一样你的力量和智慧各方面太过欠缺。
Just like an ant pulling an elephant, your strength and wisdom are too deficient in all aspects.
但是很多人自己还无法察觉，上师给他点出来这样的问题呢，他也不接受觉得自己我可厉害了，我可聪明了，所以呢当你连上师的话都不接受的时候你就要多去考虑一下，你可能连佛法的大门都没有进入。
However, many people themselves are not aware of this. When the Guru points out such a problem to them, they do not accept it either. They think that they are very powerful and very smart. Therefore, when you do not accept even the words to get on the bus, you have to think more about it. You may not even enter the door of Buddhism.
因为很多人并不是想跳出虚假的自我，而是用这些概念来去加固自我能够到外头去当老师，能够让别人来去赞美自己，能够去看别人的毛病来去压制于他人，变成一个自我的狂妄爆发我执的一个工具甚至在佛法内部找到什么样的自己是一个什么样的师父上师的所谓的地位，来自我的陶醉和满足，变成一个轮回的监狱，真就是一个活棺材这是非常悲苦的，要特别注意这一点，非常可怕
Many people do not want to jump out of the false self, but use these concepts to strengthen themselves. To be able to go outside as a teacher, to let others praise themselves, to see the faults of others, to suppress others, to become a self-arrogant outbreak, a tool of ego, and even to find what kind of self and what kind of teacher in Buddhism. The so-called status of the Guru comes from my intoxication and contentment. It becomes a reincarnated prison, really a living coffin. Oh, it is very sad. Pay special attention to this. It is very terrible.
Very terrible. Really a living coffin. Living coffin 就是一个活棺材一个活棺材 这种来说的话，就是不断加固这个虚假的自我，这个到最后陶醉在里面，非常可怕的 ，very terrible 所以要特别注意的跟随上师的修行首先，你要修行，能够把握好自己的正确方向，就是做一个最好的弟子。越往上修，越是一个最好的弟子你将来才能够做一个真正的利益众生的佛菩萨。
First of all, you must practice spiritually and be able to grasp the correct direction of yourself. That is, to be the best disciple. The higher you practice, the better you will be. You will be able to be a real Buddha and Bodhisattva who benefits all sentient beings in the future.
Yes, be a best disciple most respect heart， 这是最好的恭敬心，能够真正得到最神圣的、智慧无限的佛法宝藏。
The best reverence can really get the most sacred and infinite treasure of wisdom.
Respect, any the wisdom, Dharma wisdom from birth from this respect heart remember respect heart， 佛法的修行完全都是在修恭敬心，完全
The practice of the Dharma is all about reverence.
Reverence the totally practice respect 只有恭敬心才能够得到一切的佛法。
Only with reverence can we get all the Dharma.
Yes, respect, reverence, respect, out， 这是咱们说了敬畏之心、恭敬之心都在修着恭敬之心这是好了。所以把自己放到最低点。所以刚才讲的把自己放最低点，不清净的、污浊的这种冥想，都是因为自己的恭敬心不具备所以首先一点就是不相信这个虚假的自我，时刻的祷告就是要跟上师佛陀接轨，牢牢的抓住这个救命草，时刻跟这个上师的能量接轨融入到就像一滴水就要牢牢的抓住这大海，要跳入大海。
Therefore, the meditation of putting oneself at the lowest point, which is not pure and dirty, is all because one does not have a public interest.
Respect.
The first point is that one does not believe in this false self. Prayer at all times is to keep in line with the Master Buddha, firmly grasp this life-saving grasp, always keep in line with the energy of the Master, and merge into it like a drop of water. We must firmly grasp the sea and jump into the sea.
Want to jump the sea, save me, Guru, give me wisdom, strength, my Guru 这是holding my Guru holding my Guru， 这是抓住我的上师holding my Guru， 抱住这抓住holding my Guru my Guru heart save me 这是牢牢的抓住金刚上师，牢牢的抓住上师三宝时刻 every moment pray Guru give me wisdom, strength 这首先都是祈请所以你们学习佛法人，这个好，这个排斥那不要的人，我真的给不出佛法所以有些人上来以后，老是各种的挑这个佛法，这个对那个错，这个不喜欢那个不愿意我都去祝福但是在这里确实没有能够给你佛法的这个条件我给不出佛法，因为佛法必须得结合那个弟子内在的渴望。
After some people came up, they were always picking on this Dharma, this right, that wrong, this dislike, that unwillingness. I went to bless them all. But here there is really no condition that can give you the Dharma. I can't give you the Dharma, because the Dhamma must be combined with the inner desire of the disciple.
Desire heart, beg Dharma, include me. I'm the disciple. I beg my Guru. I desire, save me. I can't do anything.我就像我说我是个孤儿轮回当中孤独的飘零，一无所有佛陀一定要救我，收留我都是这样。
Like I said, I was an orphan. In the reincarnation of the lonely wandering, nothing, a Buddha to take me, are like this.
这个 Buddha save me 这个 take me save me， 这是来行着佛陀来收留自己轮回飘零的孤儿，都是求法的，还挑肥拣瘦，是吧？那佛能看我一眼，我都高兴的3天睡不着觉，还这挑肥拣瘦，还这不愿意那不愿意，太高贵了，你们太高贵了高贵，可怜之人必有可恨之处是吧？所以有些人得不到佛法没办法他高贵呢到最后自己高贵去了。 所以这个佛法就得这样，就恭敬求，把自己放最低点，好了啊。当这3点具备的时候，尤其是对于上师能达到看得为佛的要求，这2天在讲佛的概念，不仅仅是心中的第一位，那是一个基础，而能达到以菩提心承载一切万物苍生的维度，以菩提心和力量的强大进入到寂静空的高度，佛的概念就能够看到本性里头承载一切众生的维度，也没有任何绝对的真实。
When these 3 points are available, especially for the master to meet his meager requirements, these 2 days he has been talking about the concept of Buddha, not only the first place in the heart, which is a foundation, but also to achieve the dimension of bearing all things with body-mind, and to enter the height of silence and emptiness with the strength of body-mind and power. We can see the dimensions in nature that carry all sentient beings, and there is no absolute truth.
Carry all dimension, all sentient dimension, but no anyone absolutely true. 没有任何一个是绝对真理，就是具有一切万物苍生的维度。所以说事实如佛所以Guru is Buddha 这是 position 这个是第一步也有达到了菩提心的要求。
This is the first step, and it meets the requirements of Bodhisattva.
同时呢，必然对虚假自我要给予超越、跳出。
At the same time, it is necessary to transcend and jump out of the false self.
这是必须要跳出这是密宗修行4皈依的一个高度。在这个基础之上，由上师来认可你，把你放在佛的位置上来修行，把你放在最高点的位置上修行，来强迫你接受你内心的无限性的佛性，颠覆你的凡庸感，颠覆你对自己奴性弱小的一种执着强迫你颠覆虚假的凡夫假我。
This is the height of the 4 conversions of tantric practice. On this basis, the Guru will recognize you, put you in the position of the Buddha to practice, put you in the highest position to practice, and then force you to accept the infinite Buddha nature of your heart, subvert your courage, subvert your persistence in your servility and weakness, force you to subvert the false.
这个 force you to destroy false self the weak false self， 那这是来 subvert you叫 secular heart， 来颠覆你的虚假的凡夫的心颠覆你凡夫的心，就是 leading you the best top position and the pure meditation， 这就是达到清净观的修行。清净观这种清净的冥想基础就是内心神圣的佛陀和伟大的菩提心看到一切都是我们本来的佛性一切世间包括一切众生都是本性的清净叫做寂静空就是清净的。
And the basis of this kind of pure meditation is the holy Buddha in the heart and the great Bodhisattva. Seeing everything is our original Buddha nature. Everything in the world, including all sentient beings, is natural. Quietness is called silence.
Silent
and emptiness.
Peace. Peace is from the Buddha nature to see any sentient being heart, any the samsara, the track. 这是 original is peace 它的本源就是清净的本源是清净的，就像一个妈妈她可以吃冰块喝开水，她觉得很正常但是对于一个弱小的孩子可能是致命的，是吧？她可以呼吸着孩子认为污浊的空气，但是早产的婴儿那是致命的所以站在一个强大的力度战胜一切众生罪业的力量和承载一切众生的维度的这么一种本性当中来去看待一切都是清净的，来修行清净的冥想。
Like a mother, he can eat ice cubes and drink boiled water. He feels very normal. But it may be fatal to a weak child. Yes, he can breathe the dirty air that the child thinks, but the premature baby is fatal. So standing in a strength to overcome the power of all sentient binds in, and such a dimension that carries all sentient beings.
2 point
in
powerful
nature,
compassion
to see everything is pure, to practice pure meditation.
Into the silent empty two represents 2 points represents the first is carry all sentient beings the Bodhisattva compassion. The second powerful the overcome infinite sentient beings the saints power the powerful 这是 great, powerful and voice theta 啊 ，2 point represent， 这是2 point permanence 啊，这2个前提啊。
These two premises.
permanence 啊 permanence 这个
These two premises.
premises 啊 premises 啊 two premises 这个2前提一定要知道的，一个是力量的胜负，还有一个承载妄称的维度进入寂静空啊，寂静空的维度进入没问题吗啊？好了，这些都是看到金刚上师的前提。前2天我就一直在铺垫啊，为什么啊？所以跟大家讲啊，上师为什么都是对的？上师没有错，上师做什么都是对的，因为本性里没有对和错，上师做的就是本性的一种回馈。
So I tell you, why is the Guru right? There was no mistake last time.
Guru
What
no
he did
wrong.
last time was right, because there is no right or wrong in nature. What he did last time was a kind
Last
of
time.
feedback from nature.
Wrong translate. Last time, Guru 啊 Guru do anything is right, no wrong. Anything is right because nature no right, no wrong. 这是constant 啊，这是本性里头没有对和错的概念啊，只有众生的单一层面的需要啊。任何众生的烦恼都是他的一种相对的烦恼，叫做幻化的无知，也会随着众生的需要呈现出一种幻化的智慧，相对的智慧。
There is no concept of right and wrong in nature, only the needs of sentient beings on a single level. The troubles of any sentient beings are its relative troubles, called illusory ignorance. It will also present a kind of illusory wisdom, relative wisdom, along with the needs of sentient beings.
Illusory the ignorance gave the sentient beings the ignorance 啊，这是 illusory the wisdom 啊 temporary 这个 trouble temporary 这是 wisdom 啊，这是相对的暂时的一种无知和相对的智慧啊，好呈现出来 the pure practice 啊 pure practice 这是达到了金刚铁三角的一定的高度啊，会进入到清净的修行啊，承载一切妄苍生，看到它的清净的本质。
When you reach a certain height of the diamond iron triangle, you will enter the pure practice. Cheng sees its pure essence in all things.
You can see this the Buddha nature is original pure 啊，你看到它的本源的清净，它的清净的本质啊。
You see the purity of its origin, the quiet nature of him.
The pure 啊the pure nature 啊 pure nature， 这是真正的清净的本质。好了啊，好，这就是清净观和不净观啊，到最后其实没有清净和污浊的分别，这些都是相对说的。
In the end, there is no difference between pure and dirty, which is relative.
The relative 啊，这是 middle way pure 啊，就是中道清净啊，中观清净，中道清净。好了啊，好，下面的皈依咱们就要继续说一下了。金刚铁三角的基础了解了，那首先我们看到这个4个圆，下面2个是3皈依的佛弟子，上面2个是4皈依的佛弟子。
The basis of the Vajra iron triangle is understood. First of all, we can see the 4 circles. The lower 2 are the disciples of the 3 refuges, and the upper 2 are the disciples of the 4 refuges.
4 conversion, 3 conversion disciple, 4 conversion disciple 啊 ，3 conversion disciple achieve this requirements 三皈依的弟子达到的要求啊。蓝色的代表对于佛法在你心中的比例，杂色的代表世俗。
The blue represents the proportion of Buddha and Dharma in your heart, and the variegated represents the secular.
The secular 啊，这是 blue is Buddha is Buddha Dharma 啊 ，Buddha Guru 啊。好，蓝色的部分呢，它的比例比较多，就是当你发生分歧的时候，你会选择佛法，用佛法来引领你的世俗，这是对于你视为佛弟子的一个底线，已经达到了你心中比例的最高点。
The blue part has a large proportion. That is, when you have differences, you will choose the Dharma and use the Dharma to guide your secular life. This is the bottom line for you as a Buddhist disciple, which has reached the highest proportion in your heart.
所以达到这样的 佛弟子的要求是内心的要求，对一般人都是不容易的啊。
Therefore, to achieve this, the requirements of Buddhist disciples are the requirements of the heart, which is not easy for ordinary people.
No easy, the hard conversion, no superficial. No superficial, it's a hard conversion. 这是一个心皈依，不是表面皈依啊，这心地皈依。你在外头领个皈依证，在我这里连及格可能都不及格，连边都不沾，甚至还说着魔起仗呢，是不是？没事给人当老师呢？你看读好多楞严法华那，可是喜欢这个诽谤那个排斥，是吧？连边都不沾啊，连佛门都找不着，魔道进去了。所以这心地皈依啊，这要求是很高的啊。但是第二个圆圈代表蓝色的部分呢，也经常被世俗所污染。
But the second circle represents the blue part, which is often polluted by the secular world.
Polluted by secular things. Polluted. The polluted 有 blue part， 这是污染了蓝色的部分，污染了我们的佛性啊，经常被污染，是吧？经常在学着佛，慢慢的脑子里头想世俗去了啊，这个是慢慢的啊，经常。你有可能头2天比较兴奋和高兴的时候，好像挺要专注，跟你的世俗的心的隔离，好像还能听上师的话啊，最起码装也装出一副神圣的样子。但是过2天熟悉了，你迅速拿你的一切的心毒来去污染这些佛法的轨道，好像觉得我都明白了，但实际上已经完全变成你造业的一个途径。
Possibly, in the first 2 days when you were excited and happy, you seemed to be quite absorbed, and you seemed to be able to listen to the words of the Master quarantine your worldly mind, and at least pretended to be sacred. But after 2 days of familiarization, you quickly polluted the track of these dharmas with all your mind reading, as if you felt that I understood everything. But in fact, it has become a way for you to create your career.
Create a thing way 这个是我形容就是the performance is 我形容的像一个拖拉机，学习佛法的表面套着一个法拉利的壳子，但是呢还是个拖拉机的机芯儿开起来以后咚咚咚咚屁股后头冒黑烟。
I describe it as a tractor, the surface of learning Buddhism, covered with a Ferrari shell.
Ferrari
but it is
shell.
still the core of a tractor. After driving up, it moves, and black smoke comes out from the back of the buttocks.
这个嘟嘟嘟嘟，屁股后头冒黑烟，是吧 ？Black small 有 s black small， 这是这个屁股后头冒黑烟所以说就是 the fake related fake practice， 这种假学佛，学假佛非常容易换汤不换药拿着轮回的心世俗，还拿着轮回的心来佛法。
With the samsara of the secular heart, but also with the samsara of the heart to Buddhism.
好了，昨天我从世俗的3步来进入到佛法轨道，来描述一种信心，还记得吗？
Yesterday I went from the secular 3-step to the Dharma track to describe a faith. Remember.
第一个就是信心，就代表像一个知心的朋友，我们无话不说你对你错，我都坦诚的告诉你，不做虚假，不遮蔽。
The first is confidence, which means that like a bosom friend, we say everything. You are right, you are wrong. I tell you frankly, do not make false, do not cover.
To cover, directly tell you, I recognize, I do not recognize. 是这个我认可，我不认可，是吧？我 directly 这个 tell you 这就是一个叫 friends, the heart touch friends， 这是一个咱们说了交心的朋友触心的朋友，是吧？好了，这就是，但是呢，我跟你非常坦诚，但是呢，我未必对你认可
However, I am very honest with you, but I may not agree with you.
这是 first competence, the friend competence, secular friend's competence， 也代表咱们学习佛法第一步跟上师佛陀的坦诚直心，不要弯曲坦诚是第一步。
It also means that the first step for us to learn the Dharma is to follow the Master Buddha's honesty, execution, not bending. Honesty is the first step.
但这种坦诚要经受考验， 有些人坦诚是一种自我满足性的坦诚，但是一旦上师说到自己的错误和漏洞的时候，他就非常后悔他就说早知道我就不告诉你了，以后什么话也不说了，就成哑巴学佛了，就代表他之前也不是坦诚，因为他不是冲着佛法、冲着上师的修行来的，他是为了自我满足来的，所以说他不具备坦诚的一个前提。你要懂得，坦诚的人是真正想跟随上师的规则和轨道，这个是一个基础
But this kind of honesty has to stand the test. Some people's honesty is a kind of self-satisfaction. Honesty. But once they talk about their mistakes and loopholes in the market, they regret it very much. They say that if they knew it early, they would not tell you. In the future, if they do not say anything, they will become dumb. It means that they were not honest before, because they did not aim at Buddhism. He comes for the spiritual practice of the Guru. He comes for self-satisfaction. Therefore, he does not have the premise of honesty. You have to understand that honest people really want to follow the rules and tracks of the Guru. This is the foundation.
这是 foundation 这是我们的修行的基础的坦荡，这修行的基础的坦荡所以我首先讲的是一个坦诚和虔诚。
The foundation of spiritual practice is magnanimity. So I first talk about honesty and piety.
第二个呢，就是看到别人正确的、善良的行为我非常的赞美。这就强调的意思就是，我不去对他进行否定，我对他认可，我也想去跟随。但是呢，要在我自己的能力范围之内，我不会否定我自己的现在的位置和我的行为想法只是我对他认可和在能力范围之内的跟随
The second is that when I see the correct and kind behavior of others, I am very complimentary. This is to emphasize that I will not deny him and I recognize him. I also want to follow him. However, it should be within my own ability. I will not deny my own current position and my behavior and thoughts. It is just that I recognize him and follow within capability.
所以这就是你要跟随上师佛陀的修行，首先是坦荡。第二当你接受上师对你的错误的指正的时候，你不能否定上师和佛法，但是你未必可能接受上师的这个批评你能去来很好的修好自己的恭敬心和慢慢的去祷告但是也不否定这种对自己的修正的这个错误的指正但是呢，未必直接能够去来认知到，要真心的祷告自己发现自己真正的错误和不断的修正自己，达到上师引领的高度
So this is the practice that you have to follow the Guru Buddha. First of all, it is magnanimous. Second, when you accept the correction of your mistakes by the Guru, you cannot deny the Guru and the Dharma, but you may not be able to accept the criticism of the Guru. You can go to repair your reverence very well, and pray slowly. But you do not deny this correction of yourself. The correction of this mistake, however, may not be able to directly recognize it. We should sincerely pray to ourselves, find out our real mistakes, and constantly correct ourselves to reach the height of listing.
Guru 这个 Guru listening 这是来去听从上师的安排跟随上师，不断祷告祈请首先认可你的上师和佛法第三步那就是作为一个真正的信徒，不仅能够坦诚坦荡，不仅能够全盘认可上师和佛法，还能够去来自我进行修正和忏悔。
First of all, recognize your Guru and Dharma, and the third step, is to be a true believer, not only able to be frank and open, not only able to fully recognize the Guru and Dharma, but also able to self-correct, and repent.
好了，这都是作为三皈依弟子的基础
This is the basis of being a disciple of the three converts.
Three conversion basis， 达到三皈的弟子这些都是基础所以说所以不要上来就跟上师说我不想修密宗。你知道密宗的高度对你们来说还有很多的这个距离自己先要打好基础不要上来以后就在自己的定义来去贴标签来去说上师引领你什么大什么高度了你们其实都是在打基础的位置，而更加不要盲目的排斥上师的引领和随便的盲目的定义。
So don't come up and say to your boss, I don't want to practice Taoism. You know, the height of the secretary is still a lot of distance for you. You have to lay a good foundation first. Don't come up and label your own definition and say that the guru leads you to a large-scale height. Your heart is in the position of laying the foundation, and don't blindly reject it. Ascending lead in casual blind definition.
这是 no blindly reject guru leading. Give you the dharma. No blindly to reject. No 这个 the more pray and the church is falling. 这就是这些都皈依的三皈依的高度这都三皈 three conversion requirements. This black is the guru guru 这个 requirement. 这是 yourself recognize. yourself recognize RAM. 这 guru requirements RAM. 这是你自己的认知的一个范围，这是佛法上师给你的一些佛法的范围。
This is a range of your own cognition, and this is the range of some dharma given to you by the Dharma Master.
黑色代表你不能够接受，黑色的两个圆圈交织的部分代表产生了共同的认知，就是代表你接受的范围。
The interwoven part of the two circles represents the common cognition, which represents the scope of your acceptance.
You think Guru is so mercy, your compassion, the Dharma is so sacred, so sacred, divine, sacred, and so very sacred. 好了 ，you recognize 这是你认可的范围。说 Guru 你上师你真慈悲是吧？这个佛法真好very great you're happy but the black 这黑色的部分代表你不接受的佛法范围。
The black part represents the range of dharma that you do not accept.
You think 这就你在想的，上师你真不慈悲，教法呢是不是不适合我呀？上师你怎么老误会我呢？上师呢你怎么不懂我的心呢？哎呀，您冤枉我了，是吧？上师你怎么舍弃了我？
That's why you were thinking that you were really not merciful last time.
Guru,
How about the
Guru.
name? Is it not suitable for me? Why did you always misunderstand me last time?
Guru,
why don't you understand my heart? Oh, you wronged me, didn't you? Why did you abandon me last time?
Guru 你班里没班里没 Guru 是吧 ？Why 这就是你自己不认可的佛法，盲目的排斥。
This is the dharma that you yourself do not recognize, blind rejection.
你自己老是认为对，而上师否定的范围。
You yourself always think right, and the guru denies the scope.
The Guru deny the RAM 不符合上师和佛法的要求，或者被否定了，就觉得越学佛自己越没有慈悲心了，越没有智慧了，感觉信心都丧失了。
If they do not meet the requirements of the master and the dharma or are denied, they feel that the more they learn Buddhism, the less compassion they have, the less wisdom they have, and they feel that their confidence has been lost.
为什么？因为你认为你自己的思维就是慈悲和智慧，因为你以自己的感觉为定义，我是有信心的。
Why? Because you think your own thinking is compassion and wisdom, because you was shot of your own feeling for the definition of I am confident.
你根据自我的感觉来定义你的信心。
You define your confidence based on how you feel about yourself.
但是其实信心的概念不是你自我的一种好感，而是对于黑色部分上师给你的佛法，你能去对这个维度进行认可，这叫做信心。
Oh, but in fact the concept of faith is not the kind of good feeling of yourself, but for the dharma listed to you in the black part.
Black
You
part
can recognize this dimension, which is called faith.
is confidence. Recognize the black. Guru gave you the sacred dharma, but you reject. This dark, the part, you confidence and pray is meaning the confidence, means the disciple confidence. 这是对这个部分，对于黑色部分的一种跟随好了 ，the next picture， 这下一个图片这个就是佛弟子他对自己的范围开始进行否定，变成黑色的了。对于上师给的佛法，但是呢，自己还没有真正领悟的，去真正祷告或学习。
Oh, this is the disciple of the Buddha. He began to deny his own scope and became black for the dharma given by the guru. but he had not really understood it yet, to really pray and study.
这是 to pray and study 好，中间的部分还是产生了认可和理解的部分产生了这个上师讲的佛法，你立刻就能够明白非常高兴，认为上师真慈悲，佛法特别好，特别神圣。
Okay, the middle part is still the part that produces recognition and understanding. You can immediately understand the Dharma that this Guru talks about. You are very happy. You think that the Guru is really merciful, and the Dharma is particularly good and sacred.
你不要小看对你们现在这些就像学外语一样，你别以为好像这是一个佛教徒的本能的潜能反应，这是一个佛教徒的一个本能潜能反应，但是对你们就像学一个外语一样，非常生硬，甚至非常的叛逆你们从逻辑思维上现在理解和不断的熏染自己的恭敬心，这就是恭敬心欠缺而产生的逆反。
This is an instinct of a Buddhist and can be reflected, but for you, it is like learning a foreign language, very stiff, even very rebellious. You understand and constantly exaggerate your reverence from logical thinking. This is the rebellion caused by the lack of public interest.
这 respect her respect no enough in the is respect this creates this mistake. 这 black part 这是什么部分就是自己认为对，但上师否定了，自己立刻就能够去来否定自己。
That is, if you think you are right, but the Guru denies it, you can immediately deny yourself.
Yes, the black part 你就会想，不符合上师佛法要求的，自己一定是有错误，或者内心深处不能察觉的错误一定是要改正自己和忏悔自己的罪业。
You will think that those who do not meet the requirements of the Guru Dharma must have mistakes or mistakes that you cannot detect in your heart of hearts. They must correct themselves and confess their sins.
白色的部分代表的是上师讲的佛法，但你还不能接受或者不能真正领悟，不会盲目的排斥，而是真心的祷告上师是真正的慈悲的智慧的，利着自己和众生的自己要真心的祷告，我早日能够理解和达到。
The white part represents the Dharma that the Guru preaches, but you still cannot accept it, or you cannot really comprehend it. You will not blindly reject it, but pray sincerely. The Guru is truly compassionate, wise, and beneficial to himself and all sentient beings. I want to pray sincerely, and I will be able to understand and achieve it as soon as possible.
好了，刚才我说了，咱们修行佛法的一个前提里程碑，我刚才说完了你知道是什么？重复一遍，谁来回答一下
As I said just now, it is a prerequisite milestone for us to practice Buddhism. I just finished saying, you know what it is. Repeat it. Who will answer it?
Why need you to answer me? 任何遇到了问题，都是以这种前提里程碑作为基础来进行思考和祷告。
Any problems encountered are based on this premise milestone as a basis for thinking and prayer.
Any problem, this the basis 这个谁？那个金刚慈明。金刚慈明，人呢？人都没有那谁？那个谁？刚才还有谁？还有谁回答少的？那个金刚圆觉，刚才我已经说完了重复一遍就行。
因为上师三宝永远是最慈悲、最智慧的最慈悲、最智慧的利益着我和众生。
上师三宝，虽功德
感恩上师。
麦克风好了这关上麦克风吧。Guru and Buddha is the best just compassion and ways to benefit myself and the sentient being is basis。那金刚关麦克风，别开麦克风关麦克风。好了，这就是基础基础在佛弟子在佛法修行上，任何的问题，尤其是产生冲突和矛盾的，跟自己的想法完全相反的， 一定是以这个基础来去思考啊。
In the practice of Buddhism, any problems, especially conflicts and contradictions, which are completely contrary to their own ideas, must be based on this basis to think.
Guru and the three treasure is most compassion and wise, benefit myself and any sentient being. 上师三宝一定是慈悲的、智慧的、利益着自己和众生的，以这个基础来去考虑啊。慈悲的 compassion meaning never hurt me.Never hurt me, you understand? 啊，别看这个问题好像挺傻，上师不会伤害我。但是很多人，当你听到跟自己完全相反的意思和说你错误漏洞的时候，有些人就认为上师在伤害自己，产生了憎恨。
Although this question seems silly, it will not hurt me. But many people, when you hear, with their own completely opposite meaning, and say that you are wrong loopholes.Some people think that the master is hurting themselves to produce hatred.
Hatred hard, very terrible. Never hurt you. You understand? The mercy and its disciple. 这 save and its disciple. 一定是救度你们的，是吧？加持的。Because my guru mercy me. Save me. 这个本身，因为我的上师就是慈悲的来救助我自己的所以我会把这份慈悲给你们。所以你们的基础，首先一个认可上师不会害自己。
My master is merciful to help myself, so I will give this mercy to you. So your foundation is first of all a recognition.
The guru never hurt me. The first recognize. 这第一个得认可这是 fundamental mandatory fundamental. 这是一个这个主要的基础主要的一个前提基础，根本主要的一个根本。好了hurt you wise meaning never deviation 智慧的意思就代表不会偏差，给你的就是最适合你的不要以自己的感觉来判断自己适不适合，不要以自己的高兴满足来去判断佛法的正确和分寸。
The meaning of wisdom is that there will be no deviation. What is given to you is the most suitable for you. Don't judge whether you are suitable or not by your own feelings.Don't judge the correctness and propriety of the Dharma by your own happiness and satisfaction.
因为佛法都在引领每个人不断攀登。在你站在一层楼的时候，对你的一层楼就要否定，来引领你上二层楼，不断的给予你的基础的否定佛法所以永远是一种不断给你修正和让你超越自己边界维度的一个修行。
Because the Dharma is leading everyone to climb up, but when you stand on the first floor.You have to deny your first floors to lead you up to the second floor, constantly giving you the basic denial. Alpha is always a kind of a practice that constantly gives you correction and allows you to go beyond your own boundary dimension.
很多人呢都是自我的满足，觉得好像我高兴了，学习佛法就保持永远的一种神圣的状态其实你等于还没有进入佛法的轨道上师永远会来对你进行督促和引领，甚至对你进行否定你应该感到一种珍惜和庆幸因为修行佛法就是不断的超越的过程。
Many people are self-satisfied. They feel as if they are happy. Learning the Dharma will maintain an eternal sacred state. In fact, you have not yet entered the orbit of the Dharma. Asham will always try his best to urge and guide you, and even deny you. You should feel a kind of treasure and rejoice. Because practicing the Dhamma, it is the process of continuous transcendence.Guru
guiding you on the climbing high level 所以作为修行，包括你们刚才回答问题，你们要懂得，你们永远也不会有对的时候，因为它都是一个相对的真理只是现在这个位置上，将来都有攀登。你们永远不会错的时候，因为你们都具备了一个回答的基础，一个恭敬心的基础所以你们放开的去回答就可以了。用自己的真心和恭敬心最大的智慧去做，不要有什么后顾之忧和千万不要在乎别人的目光和一些别人的意见。
So as spiritual practitioners, including the question you just answered, you have to understand that you will never be right, because it is a relative truth. But now this position will be climbed in the future. You will never be wrong, because you all have a basis for answering, a basis for reverence. So you can answer freely.Use your own sincerity and reverence to do it with the greatest wisdom. do not have any worries, and do not care about other people's size and some
，do not care another side， 不要在乎别人眼光和别人的意见，这意见并不代表一个好意见或一些参修只是代表别人的什么言论等等这些千万别在乎这些，有这些你别活了，是吧？你这些好，这叫什么人言可畏，是吧？尤其是中国人，包括以前像我的小时候生活在一些像四合院大杂院那周围都是邻居，那家里屋里说个话都隔壁都能听见，那好家伙，跟地道战似的，成天打游击战，小声说话都这床头好为什么那种听房根呢？就在刚结婚的时候，门口堆一堆小孩在门口听房根是吧？就人言可畏，都喜欢就不隔音嘛所以说呢，就养成这么一个习惯，跟做贼一样。咱们学习佛法，坦坦荡荡别在乎别人该回答回答。好了wise compassion and wise benefit yourself and the sentient being it's a basic and to pray and to solve the problem。这个一个在基础上上师慈悲的智慧的利自己和众生的在基础上。好了这就是这个 how to be a disciple how to be three conversion disciple 4 conversion disciple 有时间到了time is up quickly the simply simply a few words 这上来简单的几句话这个达到4皈依的弟子全部都蓝色的，代表上师为本性你必须要达到刚才讲的净空的维度，菩提心的维度，上师承载一切万物苍生和包括你所有的人生的过程，并不是代表觉悟，包括你所有的过程，所以说全部都是蓝色这代表本性。
All blue represents rising to nature. You must reach the dimension of silence and emptiness just mentioned. In the dimension of Bodhisattva, it is the process of carrying all the expectations of the common people in all your life. It does not represent enlightenment, including all your processes. Therefore, all blue represents nature.
It's natural, the Guru natural, the full conversion 这个 level， 这是4皈依的一个维度达到的高度。好了，代表全部都来自，全部都是本性，全部都是上师代表所有宇宙万物苍生所以不光是佛在本性当中呈现，连魔鬼都没有出离这个范围。
So not only is the Buddha present in the nature, even the devil is not out of this range.
但是我们做一个，你们从单一层面要超越，回归本性，你们知道，以菩提心来去看待佛的概念，所以这就是真正的佛，是以菩提心来看的就承载一切众生的和一切众生的维度，众生的心。
But we, as one, you have to transcend and return to nature from a single level. You know the concept of looking at the Buddha with Bodhisattva. So this is the real Buddha, looking at it with Bodhisattva, the heart that carries all sentient beings and all sentient beings for the sake of sentient beings.
第二个原也代表中间的杂色，其实呢代表无量的众生的境界，也包括魔鬼，包括一切众生的单一层面咱们也会真正以菩提心融入到每个众生的单一层面去来利益众生。
The second reason represents the mixed colors in the middle. In fact, it represents the boundless realm of sentient beings, including the devil, including some single levels of sentient beings. We will also integrate the true Bodhisattva into the single level of each sentient being to benefit sentient beings.
好 talk about the full conversion this 3 conversion, the full conversion. 好了，来讲述3皈依和4皈依了，时间到了，时间今天我没注意讲过了Reading them, fully happy memory sounds the questions, and Sochi give you wisdom, strength, proud of you, and his and hers, proud of you. 这个4皈依好，消息密录，上师开示佛法与加持是天下第一天下第一。好，都吉祥如意每人来说呢，在你心里天下第一就好了，好好的珍惜每个众生都有他自己的因缘。就释迦牟尼佛呢，虽然是神圣但是呢，未必谁看的都是佛所以说，能够真正天下第一了那你就真正见到佛法。格物恭敬心欢迎吉祥如意，金刚妙如和潇洒走一回，金刚妙如明心和鸭的玫瑰欢迎拉拉耶和武一秀水晶晶多尖村脑震荡潇洒走一回安皮小皮和顽皮吉祥如意的茫茫的玫瑰和疗愈物 怎么这 QQ 打不开了？再往前，等会儿再看。好，这个星辰啊，上师对每个众生都是慈悲的大爱的，这基础对啊。好，这个 Sean 和金刚佛心啊，自由如风啊，诺如拉姆毗卢性海菩提心啊，清净啊，吉祥如意，大利和思月，利结娥，小祖宗星辰和自然，黄东什么？如果给我钱，微信账单就会显示无法删除，什么东西？啊，这个小朋友纯情啊，欢迎啊！网上买些东西供养啊，好，都尊重自己的意愿啊，随心你的发心，都给你加持吉祥啊，好，都你们发心都是上师都会给你加持的啊，给你佩服啊，心语还原和张婉宁、黄东啊，龙人天母和新佛、P Father、信华和妙真、真人过客、小斌、慧天母和金刚圆觉贤生啊，静心和金刚净莲、诺拉姆慧金刚和王卓啊，密愿金刚妙慧。和那离、莲花祥慧宁静、金刚佛心、修岸妙心和清净、漫步人生路白度母和陈丽娟、行者直身降拉姆结缘、阿培、花开连线、顶次天母、法益天母和汤若海波啊、春明觉啊都吉祥如意。那个稍等啊，有一个打不开了。我看一下啊。好，可以了。了无一物和那个黄立坤啊，雨禾、慧天母、徐桂珍啊，金刚善书、烟性空密了金刚、第四天母和释显化、格物和妙香、Nancy 和李红云、苏山来迟啊，原本天空和红太阳、山林、慧亮啊，都吉祥如意。好，上学月啊，上慈悲智慧的多多啊，金刚妙如，遇到事儿的时候真能这么想就行啊，啊，别这么概念在那摆着是吧？到最后不起作用啊，平常多去提醒。啊，慧天母和多多小金鱼上学月、诺言和青啊，这个法益天母跟你说这个，就包括这个前提啊，其实真的是一个保护伞。当你遇到烦恼障碍的时候，真正这么提醒的话，就避免了心毒爆发啊，真的是一个救生衣，一个保护伞，来守护自己的佛性啊，这个是咱们说不失戒体啊，这非常重要的一个加持。幻灵天母啊，对啊，慧金刚和自然朱小凤、慧金刚和定慈天母和这个行者净慈啊，明烈金刚、慧天母和圣元天母、幻灵天母、密愿金刚和慧文天母传云、慧金刚念恩、白河红太阳和法益天母、金刚赤、徐桂珍、那离、刘小雨和多间村、金刚圆觉、慧金刚、摩尼天王、金刚瑜伽和千眼天母啊。慈云天母、金刚赤金、赤云金刚和金刚慈明。好了 ，To Tar for Marys。好，好 ，Thank being 啊 ，Thank important spiritual teacher。好，来 To Tar for Marys，佛灵姑，来大大文大土地，大大萨拉的举亚红。回向过南无仁波切海空神佛上师，本尊空显护法善士们。过南无仁波切海空神佛上师，本尊空显护法善士们。过南无仁波切海空神佛上师，本尊空显护法善士们。嗡，揭阳色拉地，天真灵地方各路圆珠高法清。嗡是张哈红，康内面貌皆大业缘，黑地上大大力金刚魔神，虚空智慧神威，空音长母法天圣神龙海神毗卢护法善士们。观十方三世一切诸佛，清净大海中菩萨，声闻缘觉罗汉们，不可说护法善士们，不可说众生上师们，不可说空行母们，不可说天机上师们，再应该不可说众生，愿求生离苦乐共入西方极乐世界，毗卢刹土，愿以此功德回向给不可说众生，历代尊师长，愿 年债主，6亲眷切着父母，两逢善友，6道虚拟实体孤魂，4大堕胎婴儿，在宁愿不可周众生，愿流程离苦乐，共度西方极乐世界，彼中刹土，愿以此功德庄严佛净土，上报四重恩，下济三途苦，若有见闻者，悉发菩提心，尽随报身，共度西方极乐世界，彼中刹土，愿不可周凶法界众生得妙智慧、妙圆满、妙自在、妙吉祥，愿万智众生上师们共度西方极乐世界，彼中刹土，下面应当头顶，欢迎头顶，妙自在、妙吉祥、妙神变，我要海空神佛上师妙吉祥，海空神佛上师众生共度西方极乐世界，彼中刹土，大腾开卡，嗡啊哼，嗡啊哼，嗡啊哼，嗡啊哼，嗡啊哼。都随大功德，随文法功德，随喜网课功德，给你们消除无量罪障，增上无量福报资粮啊！给你加持智慧力量，精进佛道，好的修行。Falling Guru happy every seven, falling happy every 7 merits practice. Give you Buddha wisdom, strength. You are best, proud of you. 都为你加持啊，吉祥如意啊！好 ，raise the confidence 啊 ，be a true disciple 啊 ，be a wise man, strong man。好了 ，time is up. To pair close， 每天带领3堂功课，北京、台北时间早上6点、中午11点，晚上7点到8点，8点到9点。佛法开始，有问题加微信、Skype、Line。大日明王上师的拼音缩写 drmwss QQ48321啊。See you next class。我关播了啊，给你们加持吉祥。好 ，proud of you 啊 ，his and hers and Sochi。好，关播吉祥如意啊。吉祥如意。